Alright, so I want to tell how the American Revolution happened. Alright, so George Washington and his friends are sitting around at a bar drunk, right? And when they're drunk, they're talking about the shit they're mad about, right? So they're like, fuck taxes, fuck the king, fuck this shit. They're just talking about all that shit, right? And then Thomas Jefferson speaks up and he says, man, I could write down what we're saying, but I can make it look real fancy. So like, they're like, everybody's like, hell yeah, you write that shit down, we'll sign it and we'll send it to his ass. And so they leave, right? And Thomas Jefferson goes and he writes that shit and it takes a couple days. And they come back and everybody's kind of like, they're not as drunk, they're not pumped up anymore. It's been a couple days, they've been thinking about it, they're like, shit, well, that's a big step, sending that shit to the king. And so he puts it out there and nobody wants to sign it. Like, John Hancock comes up and he's like, you know what? Fuck y'all. He just puts that shit real big, just John Hancock. And everybody else is like, alright, I'll sign that shit. Gotta sign it. Can't let John Hancock take all the glory. So they sign it and then they send it to the king, right? And nobody else sent any letters. Nobody sent a letter saying like, no, that's not America. That's just George Washington and his friends. Like, don't pay attention. Like, nobody wrote him. So like, the king gets that shit and he thinks it's everybody. He thinks it's everyone, even though it's just this little group. And then he sends people starting to attack. He sends people. He makes them keep soldiers in their houses. He starts fucking with them. He gives them more rules and shit. Like, and all of a sudden everybody's like, I don't like this shit. This is bullshit. Like, I'm gonna join with George Washington and his friends. Like, and then the American Revolution happened. Like, it was just the king jumping the gun on a letter written by a bunch of drunk people. That's why we're free.